Where my food at?
Boy, stop playing. StutterBox finna come on.
No, that's real.
Good afternoon, world. Today, I'm with a special guest by the name of Mr. Johnny Sledge from Huntsville, Alabama. Johnny has done a lot right in the community. He's a very aspiring, church-going man. He do a lot of good things, help a lot of people, and he also stayed working, also motivated what he does. Johnny has inspired me in so many different ways that I can't really describe how he did, but he always keep me going. He always give me good courage, good motivation, and good strength and good faith to help me get through my day and everything. But before we get started, I'm gonna let Johnny tell people who he is and everything. Johnny, may you tell the world who you is?
Well, I am Johnny Sledge. I am a manager / a whole lot of other stuff. But I think that's who I am.
How was it like what did you find your how can I say it, your passion for this?
Well, it's crazy because my passion for this kind of developed about maybe 14, 15 years ago when I started my company, CJ Entertainment. And actually what made me become interested is I was sitting at work. I was a counselor at the time at community college. And I used to go to a lot of gospel concerts and do all of that kind of stuff. But what intrigued me was what happened before the artist got on stage. I always wanted to know, how did that whole thing happen? Of course, I wanted to know, how did the artist get paid? So I began to do my research. I began to be interested in what happens off stage, what happens before that artist comes on stage. And so after that, that's kind of what birthed me into wanting to be a manager, per se, for artists. So I started doing my research, started taking classes, trying to figure out how can I be a manager, because I didn't want to be in front of the camera. But
you want to be behind the camera.
I wanted to be behind the camera. And so after doing research, I saw that the management field was for me. And so I kind of fell into it after that.
So by you falling into that, what led you to say, hey, I'm going to take my first step into this? Like, I'm going to hop on out here on God's faith. Like, who was your first client that you worked with to do that with?
I had a young lady by the name of Madeline, and what really kind of formed my company was because she was a gospel artist here. At the time, I was heavily into the gospel music industry, wanted to be that. I knew I was going to be this big-time manager in the gospel world. And my partner, Corey Hambrick, who's the C of CJ Entertainment, he and I kind of took on Madeline as our own case. We did a concert at the 16th Street Baptist Church back in 2004. That was our very first concert for an artist. She was our first artist. We did the live recording, and after that, the rest is history. That was CJ Entertainment from there.
So, Johnny, you know, a lot of artists and a lot of people that want to be in front of the camera want to have different things going on, but don't want to put no money behind themselves to invest in themselves. Like, you being a manager, you being a publisher, you know what it takes to get to where you want to get to. How can you influence them to say, hey, you got to invest in yourself, and how can you influence them to do that?
Well, I always tell my clients, I shouldn't be more interested in your career than you are in your own career. And you have to understand that in this game, it's all about proving yourself. We want to see how much you're going to invest in yourself first before any manager, any record label, because from a management perspective, you have to have something to manage. But I first want to see, what have you done for yourself? That's the same thing record labels are going to do. You know, it's not the whole discover you, we give you $150,000 anymore. It's the record labels want to see what you've done for yourself. They want to see that. They want to see the work that you've done. So that's going to take some investment. It's going to take some investing in you, in your career. And if you believe that you can make it, you won't have a problem with investing in your career. But we first want to see that. Any industry professional wants to see what you've done for yourself.
I know you said you got to prove yourself. Do you feel like you proving yourself to a lot of people?
I have. I do feel like I've proven myself, because when I got into it, I understood that I had to work my way up the ranks. I understood that I couldn't come in at the top of the ladder demanding things. So I put in the groundwork, I put in the legwork, I put in the time, the money, all of that into who I am, you know, today as a manager. I've invested in a lot of careers. I've done a lot, you know, running up and down the road, no money, all of that because I was chasing after a dream. So, and people see that.
Yeah.
You know, I have had people to call me to work that I work with or have worked with based on work that they've seen me do for years. You know, and with me it's all about consistency. You know, so that's what kind of gives me my drive. And I think at this point, I have proven myself, and of course, I still got a whole long way to go.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot to prove to people. I think that's something we have every day. In this industry, like I just told you, it's one of those things where you have to prove yourself. You gotta show people that, hey, I'm built for this.
I'm built for this.
You know, that I am here for the long haul. I am here to last. So that's kind of how I go at it.
I understand. So, Jenny, as I get into my next question, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years with this?
I definitely see myself just continuing to grow. You know, I see myself being at the top of the ladder, one of the most sought after managers. I'm working now to be that guy. You know, one of the top managers in the game. You know, so of course, like I said, I continue to work daily on perfecting my craft, gaining knowledge, all of that. So in 5 years, I want to be in that top category when it comes to managers. And when you mention managers, I want you to mention Johnny Sledge. Or the boss Sledge.
I like him, Johnny, man. He ain't cocky, he's just confident. You feel me?
That's it.
It's a big difference. You gotta know what confidence and cocky is. You can believe in yourself.
Absolutely,
Being cocky, just being confident.
That's it.
Johnny, so I know you do a lot of good things in the community too as well, for us helping people, doing that as well. What are some advice can you give to this younger generation these days?
Keep working. You know, that's my thing. I do advise you to get involved in your community because, again, it's about proving yourself. We want to see what you've done. How have you established yourself? You first have to establish yourself at home before you can venture out to the industry or to the world. You know, so my advice would be you got to work hard. It's not going to be given to you. A lot of things have been made easy, you know, because of technology and the things that we are able to do, but you can't beat hard work. You can't get to the top without hard work. Nothing is going to be handed to you. Nothing is going to happen overnight. I don't care how you think it may seem, but it's not going to happen overnight. So you got to put your time in.
Johnny, by you doing all this, who gave you the most impression to do this besides yourself?
Well, there are a lot of people that have influenced me per se. My number one, anybody that knows me, Diddy is my first guy. But then also Vincent Herbert. He's one of the big managers, label execs that I also look at. You know, I like Chris Jenner. Chris Jenner is the number one, in my book, manager. Nobody can do it like Chris. What you think?
Chris good. Diddy is too.
Now Diddy, you know, that's
some bad boys, real bad boys. They good at what they do because they perfected their craft at an early age to get what they want to get to I forget what they want to get to now.
Yeah.
It's just part of life. You got to work. You got to be dedicated to what you do. You can't always try to jump over here. You got to stay in your own lane, do your own thing. If you do that, you'll be good to go.
That's right.
So, Jenna, before we get ready to end this segment and everything, what's the thing that you can, no matter of fact, what's the question that you want to ask me?
What motivates you? Why do you keep wanting to do StutterBox?
It was really God's plan.
Okay.
It was a gift. I mean, I always love to talk.
Okay.
I used to get in school in trouble for talking all the time. Then I had a stutter problem too.
Okay.
I feel like
Because I really like the uniqueness of the name.
Because
I think that's really dope.
I want to be the first actually talk shows that had a stutter problem on national television. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
That was my next question. Do you believe
I definitely
that you
believe
can do that?
I definitely believe it.
That's it.
When you go to dream, think about your dream. You wake up thinking about your dream every day.
Absolutely. That's it.
You gotta do it.
And that's literally how I operate. I go to bed thinking, working. I wake up thinking, working.
I'm always thinking, what can I do next to better this?
Absolutely.
You gotta keep going.
And I commend you on that.
Thank you, John.
Good job.
It's a pleasure. Hey, man, I just shook $1 million. I just shook $1 million hand today,
Listen,
man.
I received that.
It feel good, man. That's that man fool, y'all. So,
Yes,
John, before we end and everything, can you tell everybody where can they find you on social media?
On all of my social media pages, our handles, I am boss_sledge81. That's boss_sledge81 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, those are the only ones I'm on.
Y'all know to find me at, man. Instagram, Facebook, StutterBoxTV, man. Malcolm Jones. Just go add me, man. Add me and Jenny, man. Hey,
Add us.
add us, man.
I need some followers.
We great.
I need some likes.
I need some too. I need some followers. I need some Before I go, man, wise men always told me, when you spend your network, you spend your network. Take into consideration, man. Hope y'all have a good night, man. We out, man.
There it is.